Good morning, friends. Again, here I am, Dr. Rajni Gaur, and today I am going to explain about the matriarchal society and polyandry system in our country or outside the country. These are also comes under our first unit, gender issues and key concepts. Let's begin with matriarchal society. What is matriarchy? Matriarchy is a form of social organization in which the mother or the eldest or oldest female is the head of the family. In it, destinies and relationships are determined through female line. For example, Masao in China, Birbi in Costa Rica, and Garo in Meghalaya in India are the matriarchal societies or headed by the mother or the eldest or oldest female in the family. What are the characteristics of matriarchal society? So here I have presented the characteristics of matriarchal and matrilineal society. The first is, in matrilineal society, power is transferred to mother and then to daughter. Second is mother dominance in the mother-headed society, and mother name is seen after the name of the children as their surname. Women are dominant in both matrilineal and maternal dominated societies. Women have the freedom to take important decisions in matriarchal and maternal dominated societies in contrast to the patriarchal societies. Economic security of women is ensured in matriarchal and maternal dominated societies, so they will never be dependent for their economic affairs on any other person. Next is, women participate in every function and ritual in the matriarchal and maternal system, whereas in the patriarchal society there are some rituals or some activities or the traditions which were performed by male only, and if they were performed by female, then also the focal point of those rituals were the men. Now, we would like to assess the effect on education of boys and girls in matriarchal and matrilineal societies. Maternal lineage means such a social system where the transfer of power in succession is from mother to daughter and not to the son. The Harappa society was probably matriarchal society, and as it is revealed by the statues and images of the mother goddess, while the Vedic period society was patriarchal. Now we move on to see that power control in matriarchal and matrilineal society, the work of establishing power control is done in the matriarchal and maternal dominated societies as follows. The very first one is that this system is a system of controlling power in society. Through this system, the victims of marginalization get an opportunity to come before the society and show their talent. It means that women do have all those opportunities to showcase their talent or to show their hidden potentialities in front of the society, which is comparatively less accessible in patriarchal society. Through this system, the centralization of power for years, which was towards men, comes to an end. Now the power is also in the hand of women. Through this system, the concept of male supremacy and superiority of a man, which has been prevalent in the public for years, comes to an end. Because our social system in patriarchal society is like that, the males are superior than the females, and in the matriarchal system, this thought is not at all prevalent, and it comes to an end. This system is also admirable and commendable in terms of economic and educational progress of women. Means the women's got all the economic freedom and all the opportunities to get the education of their own choice. In this system, the power of the male section of the society is controlled further by the women. With this system, women have centralization of economic resources for power control. Now, we are going to study here in the educational status of boys and girls. So, the educational status of boys and girls is good in this system because they both are getting equal opportunities to show their talent or their potential and to take education according to their choice. Girls especially get ample opportunities to learn and gain experiences under this system. The contribution of education is effective in freeing women from their pitiable conditions, and through this system their education is arranged. In matriarchal system, the education of the girls is considered to be most important, and it also one of the way to overcome from the pitiable conditions of the women. In the system, men are taught to respect and protect women, which leads to their progress. Means the true values, the true moral values are to be inculcated in the men's or the boys, so they respect the women and also protect them, whether they are their friend, they are the other familial girls, or the girls outside the home, at their workplace or in the school or the higher education. Under this system, girls are also given the freedom to choose courses according to their interest like boys. But in patriarchal system, it was not like that. In patriarchal system, because of the gender difference, the girls were considered to be most suitable for taking the subjects related to the humanities rather than the science, like maths or science, because it is considered to be the tough subjects, and these are only dealt well by the boys or not to the girls. There is also speed in co-education of boys and girls because this system promotes the co-education. Now, what is the relevance of matriarchal system? Very first is to give honor to women, because it is our foremost responsibility to inculcate such values into the boys or the man in society, so they learn to behave in a respectful manner for the women. To give equal rights to women, because in matriarchal system men and women are considered to be equal, so their rights needs to be equal. To free women from exploitation. It is very true that matriarchal system favors the exploitation free environment for the women. To establish democratic values, and these democratic values are same because these are democratic, so these are same for men and women equally. Change the attitude of men towards women and also get acquainted with their abilities. This matriarchal system promotes and paves the way for the men to learn or to change their attitude towards the women. They should not consider women inferior to them or to consider themselves as the superior one. to provide ideal form to the society, and a mother-oriented system is highly sensitive to the interest of women to provide social and economic security. Economic freedom is provided to the women in matriarchal societies, which somehow helps them to be economically secure, to feel economically secure. Women need education for an effective role in this system, because education helps them to open up their viewpoint and to play their role more effectively in the system. To get support from men and to make suitable personalities of the children. We always said that there is a woman behind a successful man. So the women's are those who are creating or who are making suitable or the great personalities. So it is very essential that they should get proper support from the men's side, so they can develop more suitable personalities, or to born and brought up the great personalities which will become the future of our nation. Now next is polyandrous. What is polyandrous? Polyandry is a form of a polygamy in which a woman takes two or more husbands at the same time. Polyandry is contrasted with the polygyny, involving one male and two or more females. Polyandry was mainly prevalent in the Kinnoor region, a part of Himachal in India. Apart from Kinnoor, polyandry was practiced in South India among the Todas tribes of Nilgiris, Nayars of Travancore, etc. While polyandrous unions have disappeared from the traditions of many of the groups and tribes, but still it is practiced by some Pahadis, especially in the Jansar Bawa region in the North India. There are the two types of polyandry marriages. One is fraternal polyandry and another is non-fraternal polyandry. In fraternal polyandry, one man can marry to a woman, but that woman is considered the wife of all the brothers of her husband, and they have sexual relations with her. In India, Punjab, Ladakh, Sikkim, Assam and Tibet in China practice this type of marriages. The children would be the offsprings of the eldest brother. In fraternal polyandry, all the brothers, those who are married to a woman, needs to have blood relationship. Second is non-fraternal polyandry. The name is self-explanatory that the people who marry to a woman are not necessarily having blood relationships, or they are not brothers or related to each other. One woman can marry with many men, but that is not necessary that these husbands would be brothers. In case of a children, a special ritual is arranged and the parents of the children are selected. In Arabs, before the Prophet, this type of marriages was in practice. What are the characteristics of polyandry? Very first is a woman can marry more than one man. The husband may be brothers, are must, but it is in case of fraternal, not in case of non-fraternal. The eldest brother has superiority. He has the right of children to take care. He can prevent the brothers to have sex with the women. If any of the brothers marry with another with him, if there are more wives, then any brother can enter into the sex with any wife. Both men and women have equal right of the dissolution of marriage. What are the causes of polyandry? Shortage and scarcity of women as compared to men. Example, Todas of Nilgiris. Desire of limited population or to control population. Extreme poverty due to which one man cannot support many wives. Desire to maintain joint family system or to keep the property intact. Bride price, unable to pay bride price individually, so arrange the price collectively. And the social customs, example Ladakh followed this custom. And now here are few advantages and disadvantages of polyandry system.